Hello and welcome back to the How I Ripped Off Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast. My name is Chip Thompson and I'm joined as always by Mr. MC.
That would be me.
How are you?
I'm well.
How are we? We're recording in a brand new studio.
We are indeed.
How exciting is that?
After a seamless transition from a previous one.
I know, right? I don't want to pull back the curtain too much, but we may have had... there's been a slight mid-season break for us because we may have moved to a different part of the country that we were in. So our recording situation is different and here we are. We're in a new studio. Quite excited.
Very much. I also like how you're referring it to as a studio.
Don't
and not
ruin this.
My room.
What happened last time, MC?
Well, it focused mainly on Jay, in fact.
We had a couple of Jay-centric episodes.
We did. The main thing is that Jay got kidnapped. Or no, he got teleported.
He got portaled?
Teleport-napped?
Port-napped?
Port-napped. Yes.
Yes.
To a boat, a ship.
Yeah, has he gone back in time or to a different dimension, do we think?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm unsure.
So yes, that was the main thing, but it all came about when Jay decided that he wanted to leave because of some reason all the people in the mansion being mean to him constantly kind of wore him down. Who would have thought?
Yeah, they're always mean to him. Louise won't talk to him, and Chip tried to kill him before he heroically sacrificed himself.
For some reason, he was toys out the pram. I'm leaving to go to a country where maybe things don't try to murder me every 5 minutes.
And interestingly, the last word of the last episode, MC, pirates. Are we excited to go back to that time of the early 2000s when pirates were popular and relevant?
Is this an excuse for you to do a Pirates versus Ninja meme?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember, but we're about to find out. Okay. Let's get into it. This is Old Horizons, Part 1. Previously on Tamora Gayson. MC and Chip beat some information out of the gangsters to the whereabouts of the kidnapped. They are told that they are being held in an office in the centre of Tokyo. Shin-no-Khan appears and tells MC and Chip that the office is in fact a multi-million-pound genetic experimentation centre and they should get there as fast as who knows what sort of plan the Mafia might have. As they open the door, Jay walked in.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Louise is a ninja.
MC said as they walked past him.
See you later.
Shin-no-Khan walked forward to the body that had just arrived. He was naked, covered in cuts, and was having uncontrollable convulsions.
Shush.
Shin-no-Khan commanded.
It's going to be alright. You're home now.
Chip looked up at his master.
Oh my... Okay, I will tell you a bit about Chip. But remember, I do not know much. Chip died, killing himself to rid the world of the One, and now he is back. He is back for a reason. An important reason. He will play a part in the world over the next few months. As yet, we do not know what role he will play.
You mean, if it's for good or evil?
MC said. Jay started to follow, and another wave came over, sending him to the floor. Water ran into his ears, causing an echo to be added to his hearing. Yet still he heard the cry from all the men that swarmed over the boat.
Pirates!
The girl cowered in the corner. She was a little past her 16th birthday, and the way it looked, she wouldn't make 17.
Please!
She pleaded, but still the man drew in on her. He snarled, filling her teenage body with dread. He wore a long, dirty trench coat, which seemed to scream, hobo!
You're just insulting my wardrobe here.
His teeth were yellow, and the closer he got, the girl realised his breath was full of alcohol. Can your breath be full of alcohol? Like, I know you can smell of alcohol, and your blood can be full of alcohol.
Is he just, like, spraying out whiskey with every breath?
Has he had so much alcohol that his body literally can't do anything else apart from turn it into, put it in his lungs? I'm a doctor. Yet she was sure he had done this before, as he appeared to be an expert. The man pulled her up by her arm and held her tightly. The more you scream, the longer I'll make it, he said behind a sick laugh.
That's actually Chip's normal voice.
The girl couldn't help but scream as the rapist ripped at her blue cardigan. I don't like it when we deal with serious issues in this piece of shit thing I wrote 27 years ago, or however long it was. It makes me uncomfortable. Before he could get any further, the sound of the police whoop whoop siren in the distance caused him to stop and take notice. He covered her young mouth with his dirty hands and waited.
There's an image.
I'm uncomfortable. The sirens got closer and closer, and eventually the dark alley was filled with a flashing red and blue light. Yay, the good guys have come.
Yeah, the police, because they're great.
They're great. They're really good,
Tokyo,
aren't
they?
The rapist, I guess that's just the character's name. The rapist.
First name The.
I really want the prefix of the for my name one day. The Chip. I feel like we might have discussed this on the podcast before.
We've discussed a lot of stupid bullshit on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm just trying to make myself feel better about this intro. The rapist threw his potential victim against a brick wall and started to run. The squad car stopped, and 2 uniformed policemen got out and gave chase.
Freeze!
They both yelled in Japanese, that was our best Japanese, as they ran past the girl and headed into the blackness of the alley. Are they not going to help her? The victim?
They gotta. I guess they want to find the dude. The blood is up. The instinct of the chase.
MC watched from the rooftops. He had seen the man attacking the girl and was just about to intervene when the police had arrived. He watched them chase the rapist and kept up by jumping from roof to roof. MC knew the back streets of Tokyo well, and this particular alley came to a dead end thanks to a wall.
MC's Batmaning it.
He is, yeah. And this is really unlike you because you have a terrible sense of direction.
Yeah, it's very true.
If you had to chase a rapist across rooftops, you'd get lost.
I would, absolutely.
And they'd get away very easily.
But I guess I use my ninja sense of direction, which is probably about as good as a regular person's sense of direction.
Sat ninja nav.
Yes.
The policemen were making progress and catching the rapist up and almost had him when MC jumped all the way down to the floor, landing on his feet with all the finesse of a cat. So Catman, I guess, rather than...
I mean, if I can be Catwoman, sure, I'll go for that.
I'd be alright with you in some sort of tight leather outfit, that'd be fine. He clotheslined both officers. They hit the ground hard. One went for his gun whilst on the floor. MC stood on his hand, breaking bones. He winced in pain. The second officer got to his feet and went for his nightstick. MC moved, using his quickness again, grabbing the policeman's arm and twisting it behind his back.
Your boss is Chief Inspector Harato, right?
MC growled. The officer struggled to get free of MC's grip, but it just made the ninja twist tighter.
Yes?
MC asked again. The policeman nodded.
Then tell me where Jay is.
Who?
Jay Bowden. You must have heard your boss talking about him. Probably mentioned him in the same sentence as Portals. Now talk, before I rip your head off.
Oh, MC's angry. He is
No.
angry.
It's like, oh, I feel bad.
Well, so
For
has
some
he just
reason.
let the rapist go?
Yeah, evidently. I guess he's so focused on finding Jay that he's all like, yeah.
If I mentioned I'm uncomfortable. I don't know any Jay Bowden. Please, I have a family.
So do I.
I love your
So
growly
do
MC
I.
voice.
MC's voice goes down an octave when one of his friends gets kidnapped.
He must have a really low voice by now then. MC threw the office. Oh, the office is back. Hey! MC threw the office into his partner and vanished from the alley. They helped each other up and searched the alley. Both the mystery attacker and the rapist were gone.
Maybe MC took the rapist with him. Like, you know, there's a special bin for them in Tokyo. Dispose of rapists responsibly.
See, that's not what I think's happened. I think MC is so blinded by his rage of his
Yeah.
friend being portaled or taken away that he's just gone for the policeman because he wants information
Could
about
very
Jay,
well be.
and he's just let this horrendous criminal go.
You could be right.
Oh, MC, now who's the evil one?
Don't worry, I'll heroically sacrifice myself.
Rather than walking through the front door like any other normal human being, MC kicked the large wooden object in, taking it off its hinges. Well, I better call our door fitter again, Louise remarked. It seemed that the front door always seemed to suffer.
Is that a job? Door fitter?
Door fitter, yeah. My great-granddad was a door fitter.
And his dad was a door fitter, and his dad was a door fitter.
I did quite like the joke about how many times the mansion has been damaged and
That's true.
assaulted and blown up and beaten and everything.
Very good, Louise. And you, by extension.
But MC wasn't in a joking mood. No shit, he just let a rapist go. He rested his hands on the large lobby table. Oh, good. The table's got even bigger in the lobby.
There's
Fantastic.
a large table. I feel like we've probably had a table before, but I don't know if it was a large one.
There's been a coffee table, hasn't there?
That's true.
So now, there might have been a dining table at one point. It's really hard to keep track of all the furniture in the lobby.
I want someone to, when the wiki is updated, I want somebody to go through and list all the lobby furniture.
I really want someone to do like a blueprint style of the mansion, of the layout. They'd have to keep updating it, obviously, because it morphs and changes whenever I decide I want it to. But yeah, just trying to have everything in the lobby. That'd be a really cool picture to have. Sure. So there you go. Anyone with a bit of drawing skills, draw the lobby and all its furniture. But MC wasn't in a joking mood. He rested his hands on the large lobby table. Find anything? Louise wondered why she asked when it was pretty obvious. MC lifted the lobby table up high in the air and dropped it on its side. He then turned his attention to every drawer, cupboard and shelf in the lobby.
I mean, that's going to take him days. It'd be like an earthquake in an IKEA afterwards.
Every drawer, cupboard and shelf in the lobby.
There's a lot of them.
Oh man, I hope they've got some sort of like retainer with IKEA just to replace it all every time it gets broken. Louise grabbed him by the shirt and, using her ninja strength, slammed MC against the nearby wall. This isn't the way! She yelled. Sorry, do you want me to do that again?
No, keep that in, that was perfect. But I can't do nothing.
I know, she said, letting go. I know. We will find Jay.
What if it's too late?
It won't be. No harm will come to Jay. I won't let it.
Look, Lou, I know you and Jay weren't exactly friends.
We didn't get on, that's true. But it's true what they say. You don't miss something until it's gone. I mean, that would be heartwarming if she hadn't just referred to Jay as a thing.
You know, it's like...
You don't miss someone until they're gone? Nope, don't miss something.
It's like the sort of crack cup that you always never really use, but it's been around for a few years, and then somebody throws it away, and you're like, oh.
Even when they realise they miss Jay and they love him and they will do everything they can to save him, they're still finding ways to crap on him. Oh, well done, guys. MC and Louise remained silent for a minute or so, holding on to the small amount of hope they had left. Maybe if we knew a bit more about the demon that opened the portal, it might help, Chip said as he came downstairs. He held an old book open.
We don't need your help,
MC said. You mean you don't want it? Chip corrected. But I've been looking into these door demons anyway. What have you got? Louise asked. Chip walked into the lobby and replaced the table. What, have they just got one, like, store it in backup somewhere? Like, oh, here's a backup lobby table, just chuck that in. He placed the book on the table surface. The demon you killed at the airport opens portals to humans...
What?
Sorry.
That wasn't even a typo.
Chip.exe stopped working there. The demon that you killed at the airport opens portals to humans who worship it and perform a sacrifice.
We know all this,
MC stated. Chip just sighed to himself and continued. But it doesn't use any existing reality. It makes a new one, specially made for the true fears and phobias of whoever is pushed into the portal. So the question becomes, what is Jay most afraid of?
Ooh.
So it's not a timey-wimey thing. It's not different dimension. It's like
a little pocket dimension kind of thing.
Yeah, like own personal nightmare or something, I guess.
What is Jay afraid of? Whatever the opposite of Slipknot is.
The opposite of money. Well, poor.
Poverty?
Yeah.
Like being poor and listening to Hanson or
Strong Women.
S Club 7. Wait, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's not remember her.
Okay, no.
No. The gang thought for a moment. They knew Jay well, but yet none of them could come up with a world that Jay would be most afraid of. Then, suddenly, Chip said, Pirates!
Is this actually a thing, then?
I feel like maybe Jay said something once about being afraid of pirates. And this is how this has happened.
Gotcha.
That's the interesting backstory behind this episode, ladies and gents. The brown rags that Jay wore as trousers were getting soaked as he cowered under the ship's steering wheel.
They have a wheel, a ship's wheel.
Is it called a steering wheel?
It might be a ship's wheel, I'm not sure.
When
They
they-
use it for steering.
When they park the boat in the boat park, they put on one of those locks over the steering wheel so no one can steal it.
Put the handbrake on. Put it in neutral.
No, it's like the ship's automatic.
Oh, okay, right.
All around he could hear cries of pain and screams of terror. The ship he had been dropped on had pulled up by another, and 30 or so men had piled on, and a huge battle had erupted. Jay, not wanting to die, had found his hiding place and was sticking to it. He gripped the sword he had found tightly, waiting for the chaos to start. Then, just as sudden as it had started, the noise stopped. A great cheer went up. The water around Jay's legs had a thin layer of red in it. He had seen enough blood in his line of work to recognise it. Jay slowly moved out of his hiding place and peered round the corner. He shot back as he saw a horde of pirates standing over the dead bodies of his former shipmates. As he scampered back underneath the ship's wheel, he hit his head and yelled, "Ow!" Then there were footsteps coming towards him. A pair of feet appeared in front of him. They wore a pair of brown sandals and were covered in hair and dirt.
Pirate hobbits.
Jay held his breath as the feet moved past him. He let out a deep sigh when the feet disappeared. But then a small, bony hand grabbed him by his white shirt and yanked him out.
Sir,
The pirate called out.
I've got another one.
That's just ridiculous.
MC said,
A world of pirates?
"Think about it," Chip replied. "I remember years and years ago when we would take the mickey out of Jay because of this fear. They've only known him like 3 years. If that."
It was, when you first met him, it's like, what are you afraid of? Oh, well, actually, I find pirates kind of, ha!
Thing is, because Chip's had a lifetime in hell, so it would have been years and years ago to him.
Okay, sure,
After
yeah.
he,
Yeah,
heroically sacrificed himself, yeah. And he never liked the water either, Louise added.
Okay, it's a possibility, but how do we get him back?
Chip read a couple more passages from the book. MC paced as he waited. It doesn't say," Chip finally said. "It's just about the demon." MC grabbed Chip by his shirt collar and held him up.
Also, with one hand, he's doing it with one hand.
Yeah, because he's only got one hand.
Exactly.
I always remember that.
So strong.
Don't worry. Yeah. Also, I like how many times someone's grabbed someone by the shirt so far. It's like 3 times in this
There's
episode
probably
already.
like lots of broken tables, lots of ripped shirts. How come you know so much about this?
If you don't believe me, then read the goddamn book yourself. Chip knocked the reverse side of MC's elbows, causing him to be dropped. He knocked the reverse
sentence.
side of MC's elbows.
Like the crook of your arm.
I guess, so they, like, if the elbows are up because he's got him by the shirt. I'm
So it's
reenacting
sort of
this right now.
Your arms like collapse.
Yeah. Oh,
So he was like, this is why we need a video for this 30 seconds.
yeah, because
Yes.
that will be more interesting.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
We do not have time for this.
Shin-no-Khan said as he appeared. Yay, drink.
There's always time for fighting.
MC said as he glared at Chip.
What I meant was, there's no time to look for Jay.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Fuck, just, oh my god, like, still everyone's shitting on Jay.
I know. Like, seriously, guys, who cares? Like, he was kind of a dick. He was annoying. He played music loudly.
An alley McBeal starts in 5 minutes.
Why Ally McBeal?
I was trying to think of a show that was on during this time. And something that would be funny for Shin-no-Khan to watch. Like, he's just there in a towel with his head in one of those, like, head towel things.
Yeah.
Just sipping on his red wine.
Oh, will Ally McBeal find love this week? Oh, it's that dancing baby again. I love that thing.
Can we do another podcast, but it's Shin-no-Khan reviewing Ally McBeal?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
What I meant was, there's no time to look for Jay.
MC, Chip, and Louise all looked at Shin-no-Khan.
We have more pressing issues. A case that needs to be solved.
More important than our friend being sucked into a portal?
People are dying.
MC relented.
What is it?
You all remember the genetics factory where your fellow ninjas Jack and Lee operated?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I do.
From season 1.
Yeah, the genetics office
Factory
factory
thing.
which they kept on going to and fighting people and then leaving.
Where they produce like mutant giant zombies, demons that can only be beaten without weapons, and where the was actually blown up by Lee, killing the last zombie that was left behind in the safe that made Jack no longer immortal.
That was more detail than we needed, but well remembered.
Previously on Tomorrowgation. Vaguely, Chip said,
"What is it with your memory?"
MC asked. "You forget. I've been around a few more decades than you."
Oh God, so condescending. When
You
you get
kids.
to my when you get to my age, you know.
Oh, Chip's a boomer.
Gonna go watch Top Gear now.
No, Shin-no-Khan's watching Ally McBeal. Shin-no-Khan ignored MC and Chip and continued.
As you know, we destroyed the factory with many explosives, but it seems we didn't stop the problem. We only doubled it.
What do you mean? Louise asked, and I'm sure all the audience are asking what the hell as well.
Exactly.
At the time, there were many dangerous experiments going on inside the genetics center, all designed to take out my two ninjas. In the aftermath of the explosion, their experiments have started to rise from the wreckage of the factory, mutated. These mutants do not serve a purpose, they just kill. Not for fun, not for survival, just for the pure fact they know they were created for evil.
Okay, so this is interesting, sort of.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jack and Lee, and then latterly Jack, were working on a lot more experiments, like creatures they were making, but they weren't all killed. They were buried under the rubble, I guess, and then, it's been 2 years, but no one's gone back to that factory, obviously, to clear the rubble away, and now all the monsters are rising?
And taken them a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, and they're all mutated for reasons.
I guess there was all the... in like 90s cartoons when there were just chemicals.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like the comic book effect.
Nice.
There were some
nice.
chemicals.
Chemicals.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I wonder if it was Ace Chemicals.
Yeah, maybe. I'm guessing this mutation has made these creatures stronger too.
MC asked.
And quicker.
Shin-no-Khan added. Then let's grab some weapons and get down there. Louise said.
No.
Shin-no-Khan stopped her.
This is a quest for MC and Chip only.
This is the damn boys club again.
No, you are a woman.
You stay in the kitchen.
Stay here, watch Ally McBeal with me. I need your female insight. But I have ninja skills too now.
And I don't think us two working together is such a great idea.
MC told his master. Shin-no-Khan remained silent, and seemingly all at once the gang realised what his intentions were. This wasn't just a search and destroy mission. It was a team-building exercise, especially designed for MC and Chip.
Good. Shin-no-Khan's really good at all the psychological stuff.
Yeah,
Team building and...
I do think he's laid out lots of tubes they have to go through, rope ladders they have to pull each other up on.
Okay, guys, time for the trust fall.
No.
MC tried, but it was no use. Shin-no-Khan was defiant.
It's okay, MC. While you two are out, I'll work on trying to find Jay.
I'll go and saddle up. Chip headed back upstairs to fetch whatever weapons he needed. MC tried again.
Shin-no-Khan, I really don't see how this will help.
In the coming battles, you will learn how much you need each other. All of you. I am close to discovering why Chip was brought back from the afterlife, but for his destiny to be fulfilled, then you two will require to be on the same side still.
Yeah, Chip was brought back for reasons.
Mysterious reasons.
Yeah. Because Angel was.
Yeah.
And I couldn't write myself out of my own series.
How can you expect me to forgive him after what he did?
I don't expect you to forgive and forget. Just put your trust and faith into him, and his grey area will become clearer.
Why is there a question mark there? Also, what's a grey area? Is that like a tumour he's got or something?
You don't have to forgive and forget him. You just have to trust him.
And put your faith into him and believe everything he says and tells you.
Grey area?
MC thought. Then he realised.
Whether Chip's return is for good or evil.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at this before, didn't they? Whether it was the good forces or the bad forces that
Also, you have to trust him. He might be evil.
Look, we know Shin-no-Khan's not good at this, all right? He's really, really bad at being a ninja master. True. The pirate threw Jay to the deck of the ship. He landed by some feet, hands, and numerous other body parts. But the feet belonged to someone who was still very much alive. Jay looked up and saw the man standing over him. He didn't have any of the normal stereotypes of a pirate. No wooden leg, no eye patch, no parrot, and no skull and crossbone bandana. It didn't make the experience any less terrifying. Jay knew he was their leader by the way all the other pirates stood behind him.
Arr, matey, looks like we have us a stowaway.
So just one stereotypical feature. Jay tried to speak, but his lips were frozen cold by the water and the strong winds blowing across the ship's deck.
He can't even speak.
The main pirate said in a less piratey voice.
It was less piratey.
Thank you. I was trying to bring it down a bit.
He is not a threat to us.
It's like the voice he used to speak to his mum.
Or his friend's mum.
Yeah.
Yarr.
I'd love a cup of tea, thank you.
Oi, could I have a jam sandwich, please?
Sir, shall we tie him up?
One pirate called out. The leader pirate leant in close to Jay.
What be your name, boy?
Jay couldn't answer.
I'm Captain Wakefield, the deadliest and brutal pirate on these seas. You'll do well to remember that.
Captain Wakefield started to cackle.
Sir, the rope.
No need. This disgrace to the ocean is terrified. He won't be going no place. Throw him down in the cabin and let us set sail. I am sure there will be more ships for us to pillage.
2 pirates picked Jay up and dragged him away. He tried to keep himself from sobbing.
MC,
He thought,
where are you?
so, yeah, okay, maybe pirates is a slightly weird thing to be afraid of, but, like, you know, for me, I'd probably end up in, like, a snake pit or something. That would probably be my, like, nightmarish world
Is
to
that
go
so
to.
you can do the indie line?
No, because then I would quite enjoy it. But I'm genuinely quite terrified of snakes. I think they're
enough.
horrible. So, you know, you can kind of sympathise with Jay. Like, he's literally in his
pirates
worst
are scary,
nightmare.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't seem particularly friendly. Captain Wakefield is the most dangerous and terrifying pirate, apparently.
Although he's saying that himself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm
I
sure
mean,
that...
they won the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Jay's nightmare version of a pirate.
True. So he is the scariest pirate.
Scary pirate.
Captain Wakefield.
Oh, I've got to chill.
Wakefield is actually a really shit town. So...
Apologies to all our listeners in
no,
Wakefield.
they'd agree.
Oh, would they?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they scary pirates?
Probably.
Jay, don't ever go there. MC sank deep into the armchair in the mansion's living room. His sword now reflected the light thanks to the endless polishing he'd been doing. Wow, you can see your reflection in that now, Louise said as she walked in. MC sighed.
Just needed something to help me think.
Isn't it usually women who clean to clean their heads?
Yeah, but it's a sword, so it's manly. Isn't it?
You know, like, you can... Between where we are now in Season 3 and, like, the start of Season 1, you can see the progress in the writing and maybe the plotting and something like that. But, and then just every now and then, something really hideous will come back in. Something about a rapist or a load of sexism or something like that. And it just makes me really not enjoy us doing this.
And here we are in Season 3.
MC managed to smile, but that soon faded.
I really don't think me and Chip working together is a good idea, especially when Jay is, well, somewhere.
He said, Are you afraid you two might argue or fight?
No, I'm afraid I might kill him.
Oh, Louise said. Well, at least you don't want to kill him.
What do you make of all this? He did push you down the stairs. Sensitive, MC, real sensitive.
Do you remember when you were in a wheelchair? He did that. Do you remember when your legs didn't work and you couldn't walk?
You must have found it so hard to clean then.
How do these people have any friends?
They don't.
No, that's true. They all hate each other. Yeah, and he also tried to kill all of us at one point last year and nearly ended the world. But I know, in my heart of hearts, that he isn't the same guy now. He's changed. He didn't mean it.
He sacrificed himself.
He's a good man.
So, what? We're just supposed to forget everything he did to us?
Maybe not forget, just forgive? I don't know. Shin-no-Khan seems pretty sure about this mission.
He reckons he is close to discovering why Chip was brought back. I can't forgive Chip yet, and I'm not sure I want to.
In case he was brought back for an evil cause? Louise asked. MC stopped polishing and stood up, sliding his sword into the holder wrapped around MC's waist. The sword holder.
Wrapped around his waist. I'm just picturing it sort of going lengthways around his waist.
He nodded at Louise's question.
Well, put it this way. If Chip is evil, then at least you get to kill him. Now, go kill things. I'll work on finding Jay.
Check everything.
MC said before exiting the living room.
Make sure we know everything about these door demons and what they can do.
And that's where we're going to end Old Horizons Part 1. So as we always know on this series, the Part 1s are always the setup.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice coming, it's a straight, shot from the last episode, the last couple of episodes going into this one. It's a bit of a story thread and kind of a side quest in a way, because we've got the kind of Chief Inspector Harato thing over everything that's happening right now, but that's kind of in the background while we work out what his weird plan's going to be. And Jay's been put into this weird portal dimension. MC and Chip are going to be forced to work together.
And also there's the whole mutated genetic experiment things.
I feel like they're just going to be cannon fodder.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be anything apart from it's a reason for MC and Chip to have to work together, and maybe finally you'll forgive Chip.
Will I trust him and whatever the other one was?
Put all your faith into him.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, how do you think they're going to get Jay out of this? How are they going to track him down and find it? Is it literally going to be...
Chants in Latin. I reckon they might find some more door demons and force them to do, but then you have to power them with sacrifices.
Yeah, I think it was sacrifices of religious people as well. Unless there's... Could you sacrifice a devil worshipper? That still doesn't seem okay, does it? You know what? I think Shin-no-Khan is just going to be like, I found him. Yeah, I found a way to get through.
Yeah.
Because the whole, elders of the Kuklaw live on the magic cloud somewhere and stuff, don't they? And he seems to be able to try and go through the dimensions and stuff, maybe?
Probably. Whatever is most convenient for the story at the time.
No, it's coded lore into this series. Well, if you, the audience, have some theories about how the gang are going to get Jay back, there's numerous ways you can get in touch with us to let us know.
There are indeed.
You can find us on Facebook, where we're at facebook.com/HowIRippedOffPodcast.
And we're also on Twitter, @HowIRippedOff.
And if you don't know what the hell is going on, because this is the first time you've listened to this show, you can find our entire back catalogue on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio and iTunes.
And please leave us a rating or a review, as it's very helpful. And if you want to do it in a piratey voice like Captain Wakefield, feel free.
No, that would just terrify Jay. Don't do that.
True.
Now, before we go, MC, I put this up on our social medias the other day because it was quite a cool thing that I found. So when I was kind of plotting everything out, each episode, each season and stuff like that, I'd write it down in a notebook. And I found the notebook, which starts off with SWAT, the episode SWAT, so a couple of episodes ago. And it's got all my original notes and ideas, and I was flicking through, and I didn't want to read too much because, spoilers, but there's ideas for later seasons and episodes for later seasons and stuff like that, and I just thought it was kind of cool to see that. Weirdly, my handwriting was much better back then. Shame about my spelling, morals, all of that, plotting, all that sort of stuff. But I thought, I don't know, maybe there could be an occasion where we could do maybe a mini podcast, a couple of minutes just going through the notes, maybe comparing to how they turned out in the actual episode. Something like that. What do you think?
We'll put it on eBay afterwards. Bid start at £100,000.
We'll sign it, obviously, in the voices of all the characters. Yeah, look out for that. I think that's going to be something that we can do. So look out for our little mini episodes coming soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll see you next week for Old Horizons.
Appropriate for a vampire show, though.
Damn it! I wish I'd run with that. Come back next. Fuck!
Just come back.
I'm not. I'm off.